Welcome back to Night City Incident Reports, NCIR, where cover-ups crack and whispers echo louder than gunfire. I'm your host, and today's file comes straight from the top floors of the corporate tower stack, the kind of file that doesn't hit the news feeds because the people behind it own the news feeds. Today's report, a string of corporate betrayals, high-level assassinations, and one executive's very bad day. We call this one Executive Decisions. Rewind 6 days to Frankfurt, Arasaka European HQ. An incident known as the Frankfurt incident occurred. Official channels called it a technical fault, but unofficial chatter from embedded edge runners says otherwise. Multiple dead, blacked out surveillance. Some say it was a targeted strike on a deep dive project team, but Arasaka's been real quiet about who was there or what they were working on. Quiet usually means guilt. While Corpo scrambled to contain that mess, another one detonated, this time in orbit. The European Space Council's orbital station went dark, dead dark. A malfunction? Please. That station ran smoother than Arasaka's cyberdeck. Sources inside the Arasaka Intelligence Department say the official story, a system failure, was patched together in minutes. What really happened? A surgical black op. Someone assassinated key council members mid-orbit. Funny coincidence. Just days later, Arasaka's internal memos started getting shredded faster than tax returns after a hostile takeover. Enter Arthur Jenkins, executive shark, Arasaka counterintel, high-rise predator with a vendetta. He'd been jostling for power with Susan Abernathy, his superior, rival, and alleged target of several conveniently timed financial leaks. And after the orbital malfunction, Jenkins saw his opening. Armed with desperation and ego, he handed down a hit order. No deniability, no outsourcing to fixers. He wanted Abernathy gone, quiet, final. A source claims Jenkins's orders were that the affair needed to be
clean, surgical, no mess. You understand?
The task was given to someone inside Arasaka Intelligence, an operator loyal to Jenkins. That loyalty didn't last. Now a word from a sponsor.
Need to vanish a rival, wipe a drive, or just disappear your dating history? Call Data Crash Solutions, Night City's favorite plausible deniability specialists. No questions, no fingerprints, no trace. Data Crash, we erase your mistakes. Data Crash, whoosh, gone.
The loyal agent, who remains unnamed in our records, didn't even get to pull the trigger. They took Jenkins' private AV to Lizzie's bar, a Mox-controlled brain dance den in Watson. Inside, they met with a known merc, Jackie Wells. Street kid, ex-Valentino muscles for hire. It wasn't a hit, it was a meetup.
Yeah, saw him. Corpo suit. Real tense. Didn't touch a drink. Just sat with the big guy. Exchanged whispers. Then, the suits showed up.
Arasaka didn't waste time. Black suits stormed in. Corporate security, high clearance. No weapons drawn, but words sharper than monowire. A source inside the club at the time has the following to say.
Real scary big Saka muscle came in like they owned the place, you know? Then they walked up where them two chooms were at and tense talking went on. But I heard one of them, Saka suits, tell the other, "You're relieved. This asset now belongs to Abernathy."
In public, they fired the operative, stripped their clearance, took the biochip Jenkins gave them, reclaimed corporate property, and flatlined their bank account. One moment flying high in the AV, next dumped in the gutter with zero creds, zero status, and zero backup. And now we take a short break to hear a word from one of our sponsors.
Broke? Disgraced? Betrayed by your boss? You need a fresh start. Try Kibble, the official meal of ex-corporate rejects. Now with 30% more soy and 100% fewer questions. Kibble, because dignity is optional.
The incident never hit the feeds. No footage, no retractions, no memos. Just one more transfer buried in HR logs, one more operative tossed off the Arasaka stack. But in Night City, nothing stays buried, not forever. This has been NCIR. Thank you for tuning in, Chooms, and if you're listening, keep your optics sharp. The next story's already in motion.